Yeah, hi everybody. Thank you so much for joining Trees for Croydon. This is Sam Baker, just running through the application atlasGO very quickly. So this is for people who've already registered, and just a quick how-to on the key functions. So first of all, across the bottom, we see 5 buttons. So these are the key functions, takes you to the key functions. The first is feed, the second is explore, the third is go, the fourth is clubs, and the fifth is profile. So I'm going to touch on each of those, and then as I touch on them, then we'll look at the functionality behind them. So the first one, feed, on the left. So at the top, we've just got the challenge summary. So the challenge summary provides a update on the number of miles walked against the total. So that's, at the moment, it's just over 4,000 miles against 50,000 that we're hoping to walk. That is 8.2%. And it also tells us the total number of participants, which at the moment is 440. So down below that, we then have the selfies, not the posties. We have the selfies that have been posted when you record any mileage. So you get an option to add a photo or an image when you record any miles. So each of these have been posted by different people. That's my daughter putting a strange face. You can add a caption. And what you can also do is you can high five somebody else's. So I'm just high fiving that. I've done it already, so it's gone down one. I'll put it back. So I've got a high five. I can also add a comment and just say, great picture, love it. Now, something to note that the second picture, or the second image, is a pinned post. So that doesn't move. That's always the second picture. And at the moment, that's a sort of generic welcome to our challenge, Trees for Croydon, and I will be changing that on an ongoing basis. So do post your celebratory pictures here, provide a view of the beautiful parts of Croydon or elsewhere where you're walking, allow us to feel like we're with you. So that is the feed. Moving on from that, so on the next to it is the explore button. So the explore button starts off with that similar challenge view, which we saw at the top of feed. So it tells you the total number of miles walked, the number of participants, and the proportion. Now, if you hit that, you then go into more detail. So the first thing you see is the 3 people who've recorded the greatest distance. Now, there's a little arrow here next to leaderboard. So that's where you want to go. And you want to click on that. And what we now see is 3 leaderboards. So the first one is of all people who have recorded. Now, interestingly, at the moment, we've only had about 220, 230 people who've recorded compared to the 440 people who have actually registered. So we need to get more people moving and registering and putting their time up on the app. The second leaderboard here is teams. So for all of your teams, and we see Simply Lunch at the top, followed by Morrow Lane Arch, and on we go. And your own team, like my team is Sam B Friends and Family, will be coloured out, just as you see mine coloured out there. So these are the team totals. Now, because some individuals are recording distance on behalf of other people, it's the team leaderboard, which is all important, rather than the individual one called people. And then the final leaderboard we see is groups. So you had that opportunity when you registered, not just to choose a team, but to choose a group. I chose friends and family. Again, that's darkened out. And if it's darkened out, you can then see who within it has done what. So you can look at all businesses and you can see everybody who's chosen business as their overarching group, and you can see how they've done. Okay, so backing out of that, let's go to go. So super important button, go. You hit go in the middle and you have the opportunity to input your activity. There are 3 options. The first is to sync activity. So if you hit that, you then get an opportunity. Now, I've already synchronized with Strava. So this is not relevant for everybody, but this then gives me an opportunity, having already set that up, to choose an activity within Strava to synchronize. But as you see there, it tells you which of the apps you can actually synchronize with. Remember, don't just synchronize, you've got to choose the activity. The second one is a manual input. So I can choose any one of these different activities, as you know, and within there, that'll guide you through adding distance, time, and then asking you to add a selfie. Please do add a selfie. And the final one is live tracking. Again, you can choose your activity, and then you can start the live tracking as you start your activity. So those are all different ways of inputting inputting your distance, and then at the end of that you'll be asked to add a selfie. Okay, so that's the go button. So next to the go button there's something called clubs, and for clubs you've got two tabs. One is my clubs and one is all clubs, and under my clubs you will have three options. The first one is your own team, so mine is Sam B Friends and Family, and within that I can add some chat, and you'll see I added some chat here. Unfortunately nobody's replied, but hey ho. And then also there's a leaderboard just for my team. So I'm darkened out. See, I'm the top of my team. And then it's got everybody else's distances there as well. We've also got the one under that, all participants. So this is an opportunity to communicate with all participants and say, anything you want, to promote an event or to celebrate something or to ask a question. And then finally, you get access to your particular club. So that might be all businesses, all friends and family, all community groups. And again, you get a chance to chat, to post something. Nobody's posted anything, friends and family. And there's a leaderboard, again, for everybody within that overarching club. Okay, so that's what clubs is. And then finally, profile on the far right. So that enables a couple of different things. So as you see at the top, we've got two options. One is invite people and one is edit profile. If I hit invite people, then that allows me to select WhatsApp or an email or whatever else. In this case, I'll send a WhatsApp to myself, Sam Messages, and it generates a short message, which I can then add my team name to. Let me just add my team name. So my team name, add Sam B and team, or whatever your team name is, and then I'll send it. So that is invited, as it happens, me, with a very short message to join. So please use that. It's an easy way to get people to join. There's a little bit of history about what you've done. And then finally, the button edit. In the edit, you can change your username and you can change, for instance, your email address. Some people, for instance, have typed in their email address incorrectly, so you can change it there. Okay, so I'm just going to save that. Nothing was changed. Close that. Come out of it. And there we are. So across the bottom, 5 different buttons, each of them with a specific use. The first one, the feed, showing all the pictures. The second one, explore, leading you to the leaderboard. The third one, go, allowing you to record your activity. The fourth one, clubs, allowing you both to chat and see the leaderboards for your team, as well as the broader club, as well as, in fact, everybody, as well as to send a message to everybody who's participating. And then finally, your profile, both to invite people and then also to edit that profile. So have fun. Please do ask your teammates and explain to your teammates who are perhaps less tech savvy than you, and very much look forward to continued engagement. Farewell.